Hi guys, it's Jacob from the New England Coupon Character, and I ain't got a haul for y'all, because I got to talk for y'all. Today we're talking about Big Brother. So in my haul video, which I posted earlier today, and today is Thursday, June 29th, I talked about how I was very overwhelmed with how I felt about Big Brother last night. Like, my mind was just blown the whole time. Someone tried to walk in front of the TV, and I threw a big fit, and I had to move rooms because I was like, this is my time, because Big Brother, the premiere of Big Brother is like the Super Bowl for me. So some people get really into it. I get really into Big Brother, and I hope some of you feel that way too. I don't know how many of my little couponing friends are Big Brother fans. Probably a very small niche, I don't know how to pronounce it, of you guys. That's not even the correct word or usage of that word, so I'm sorry about that. But anyways, we're going to talk about Big Brother today. I did film some live reactions during last night, and I will probably be inserting them. I don't really know what to do with the lighting right now. Is that better? I guess that's a little bit better. I don't really know how I'm going to do that. I guess I'll just put it in at the end. So I'm just going to talk right now quickly about how I really feel about these house guests. Kind of break it down. I put them in order, in order of kind of how I like them or how I'd like to see them go out. But obviously, it's not going to be like this. If it was, I'd be very shocked. But it's not at all. This is not in any way like my prediction of what I think the order of the evictions will be. Although today, it's going to be an HOH and noms, so that's going to be really interesting. And if this is your first time watching my channel, hello. I normally do couponing videos, but I do like to do a little bit of personal stuff and a little bit of vlogs on the side. So hello. And if you don't watch Big Brother already, I would recommend it. I'm sorry, I'm moving around so much. I would recommend it 1,500%. I don't know why that number, but I'm obsessed with Big Brother. I think I've been watching, I want to say since 2011 or 2012, somewhere around there. I didn't seriously start watching until BB14. I did see some episodes before that. I've gone back and I've watched some seasons. I've watched 6, I've watched part of 7. I want to try to watch 2. I've watched some of 12 and some of 13, but I haven't really watched all of those ones. So I wouldn't consider myself a super fan, but I would consider myself a wannabe super fan. And if you know Big Brother, you know about the whole super fan type of thing. Shout out to Big Meech. I don't even know if Big Meech, well, I guess she was a super fan because she was in that Reddit community. But I know what you want to hear. You want to hear about how I feel about these house guests, so I'm going to start talking about them. So I have them listed 16 to 1. So I'm going to do them kind of in a list order, one by one, I guess. I guess that's how I'm going to do it. I messed this up. Okay. I really messed this up. Okay. I really messed up the numbering on my list for a minute. So spoilers right now. There's going to be spoilers of yesterday's episode, the premiere. So if you haven't seen it already and you plan on watching it and you don't want any spoilers, pause this, watch it, and then watch this video if you want after. So number 16 on my list of kind of likability is Cody. So the reason I have him last right now, not necessarily because I thought he was a bad person, but kind of socially, game-wise. I know I said I wasn't going to list it kind of in order I think they would be evicted, but it's kind of a bit of both. So Cody is 16 because he did not seem to be socializing or be that much there. Excuse me. I'm still overwhelmed with the finale. I have been the past 24 hours. But he didn't really improve me that much when he walked into the house. His backstory was pretty generic. I did like it though. So going into the house, I kind of had him around 12-ish. I'm not really a big fan for that kind of archetype that they put into Big Brother. They haven't put his exact character in, but he wasn't like Cody Califier. I can't do the voice. I don't know why I did that voice. That came off more Hispanic than anything else, and these headphones are breaking. That's great. Really great job, Jacob. Okay, that's besides the point. So I have him at 16. It didn't really impress me with his social game. He does want to go after Paul, which I'm kind of happy about. We'll get to Paul later on, but I honestly am not a big fan of Paul. Sorry if you like Paul. Well, I liked Paul in his first season, but he's coming back right after his last season, and I have a feeling he's either going to go out pre-jury or very early jury, and at least that's what I'm hoping. I was rooting for Team Paul. I was not on Team Nicole. It was weird. I was on Nicole her first season. I wasn't on Nicole's team last season. And I have a feeling that's what it's going to be like with Paul this time. So he does want to go after Paul. That's the one thing that's good about him. He is reserved, so that could be a good thing. He's not going to let anything out. But he does seem kind of, I don't know, shifty. That's how I would feel about him if I was in the game. So he's at number 16. At number 15, I have Matt. I know Taryn from Rob Has a Podcast has like a weird connection with him. If you watch Rob Has a Podcast, let me know below. So the reason I have him at 15, Mr. Silver Fox, when I heard that, for some reason, all I was thinking about was like the Fantastic Four. Like, for some reason, when I hear Silver, that's what I think of. Like I don't know about the Silver Surfboarder guy, but the other guy. I'm not a big superhero fan. I just like watching the movies. Like, I'm not like DC, Marvel, all that other stuff. But I wasn't a huge fan of him personally. Everyone was loving his gray hair. So yeah, not really sure how I'm feeling about him at the moment. So that's why I have him at 15. He didn't really impress me personally. I do think he's going to make it to at least jury. I know that probably for a fact. I would bet money that he's going to make it to jury at least. But he's not high on my favorability list. Just again, I'm not the biggest fan of those archetypes because they seem to be more recruited than actual like diehard fans. And then number 14, I have Jason. Going into it, I had Jason up a little bit higher. I probably had him at about like an 8 to a 12-ish. I have him at 14 because I don't really know. Nothing about him impressed me. Like, compared to all the other people who are like loud. I like people who are loud and are going to bring drama and who have good strategies. I just know I'm not going to get the strategy part. I know he's not going to be the loudest. He could be a little bit funny, but we haven't seen that many like him on the show before. Again, I'm just not impressed. If he was like a Donnie, yes, I loved Donnie when he was on, but he is just not really giving me any of those vibes right now. So he's at 14. At number 13, I have Paul. I'm not a huge. Like I said, I loved Paul last season. He was my favorite because he kind of had that underdog story, and from the beginning, he was like pushed off his throne, and I feel like he likes to be the center of attention, and he likes the light. And I know these first couple of weeks he's going to be in the middle of everything, and so the Den of Temptation stuff, that's basically production's way of giving Paul immunity for 3 weeks. But I'm hoping it's going to be like Big Brother Canada when they try to get Netta out. But I'm hoping it's not a double eviction, so we get that drama when he's getting out. Because I know, or I hope at least, he's going to like explode this season, like he did with Big Meech. But I hope it's even bigger this time. So he's at 13. Because I don't know, I was just really excited for an all newbie season. Because my thing is like, do an all newbie season. Don't try to bring like a few people into it, or bring everyone back. Now, there was this, like, crazy rumor, which was never going to happen, that, like, Vanessa and Paul and a couple other people were going to come back in, but we knew that would never happen. Paul coming back in was a little bit expectable. I was on Victor's Instagram, and I saw, like, a little bit about that, so kind of predicted that. Number 12, I have, yeah, I really messed this list up. Did I do a 14? Yes. 16, 15, 14, 13. Number 12, I'm going to go with Raven. Nothing stood out that much about Raven. You can tell she's a dancer. I have a feeling she's going to be like a, people were saying like if she's going to be like a Bronte. I liked Bronte at first, but she was annoying. Not like personally, well, I guess so. But I'm not trying to poke fun at these people. It's a game. So I have Raven at 12 because I did like her she does seem like a very good social, not strategic, but good at placing herself on the social ladder, if you know what I'm saying. So I think Raven's going to do pretty well. I think she's going to be like a Meg. She's going to make it to about Meg's placing. So I forget what place Meg came in. I think she probably came in like 8th or something. But I have a feeling she's going to come out around there, kind of mid-jury, or like early mid-jury. I don't know, somewhere around there. And then at 11, I have Josh. You could say a lot about Josh. He was very loud. He seemed pretty abrasive. He was kind of abrupt. He was just like very to the point, very out there. And I kind of like that. I don't think we've really seen an archetype like this. Even Zach. Zach was a little bit. He was a different kind of abrasive, but I have high hopes for Josh. I'm hoping Josh will move up on my ladder. Hopefully, he'll get in the top 10. Right now, I have him just at 11, right outside of that top 10. I pretty much like everyone in this cast except for those, couple people that I've already mentioned. But the thing about Josh is he could either be like the obnoxious, kind of very annoying, or he could be the kind of funny. Like at Zach, I hated him at first, but then I loved him and because he was super funny. And I'm hoping Josh is going to be kind of like so loud and annoying that he's funny. I'm hoping he's not like trying to be funny and abrasive that it comes off as annoying. If you know what I mean, I hope you know what I mean. I'm kind of running circles around. And then, okay, I forgot to do a number 10. So here's number 10. I have Mark at number 10. I was actually really surprised with Mark. Going into it, I didn't have high expectations for Mark. When I was looking at the cast list, I was like, okay, another meathead. But I have high expectations for him. I'm hoping he can move up a couple spots. And I don't think he's going to be a huge social player, but I do think he's going to be good. I'm hoping he might be like a Jesse, someone like that. That would be really funny. Everyone, he's a buff guy, I was on the little, not elliptical, the tread climber yesterday. I wasn't even exhausted on the tread climber. That's really sad. Anyways, number 9, I'm going to try to do this quickly so I can show you some of the clips I talked about yesterday. Number 9, I have, I can't read this. Okay. Number 9, I have Megan. I had Megan higher up at first, but I don't know, just the way she kind of presented herself and her voice, she dropped down a little bit for me. I still really like Megan. I have high hopes for her as well. I'm hoping she can do better than I think. She's either going to be just before pre-jury or she's going to make it to mid-jury. I have a feeling. I could see her maybe as like a Becky, but a little more strategic. Or like Becky, but in an alliance. So I could see her being or not even like that. I don't know. We haven't seen a Megan, I don't think, on the show before. So she's kind of a wild card. I just have her at 9 for now because there were other people I wanted to put before her. So number 8, I have Jessica. Everyone loves Jessica, and I wasn't all about Jessica at first. I thought she would be like a Natalie. Well, actually, Natalie was pretty good when she, like later on. But I'm hoping that maybe she could be like a Natalie, but a more like aggressive Natalie. I don't know. I did get into the hype, so she was in my top 5 at first. The reason why I have her at 8 is because I feel like she's going to get into showmance, and I don't know. There hasn't never really been a showmance that I really like, although I did like Rachel Riley and Brendan. They're kind of funny. But anyways, I'm not really about that showmance life. I think they're kind of funny, though, especially when Paul was handing out the little bracelets. When Paul was handing out the bracelets, all I was thinking about was Disney, when you have the little bracelets and you scan them to get into the park. I don't know, but it was very Bachelor-esque. I don't know if that's right. So you have Jessica at 8, just because of the whole showmance thing, and yeah. I have Jillian at number 7. I like Jillian at first. I think she's a Trump supporter, but it didn't really show off that much. And even if she was, I wouldn't have cared because it's a game. But she's at number 7 for now because there are a couple people that I liked more that I have before her. Again, this is just personally. I think Jillian's either going to go really soon within the first 3 weeks, or she's going to make it. I could see her getting like 5th. I don't know, just like weird. I could see her getting 7th. She's in 7th, so I could see her getting 7th. Either she's going to be like early out, or she's going to make it to like later mid-jury. I don't know, that's just how I feel. This is purely just based on randomness, okay? Number 6, I have Kevin. I just think Kevin is hilarious with his little slash tags, and he's like taking the onesies. I thought that was very funny. And when he's taking his clothes off because he got the 25,000, like, I think that looks more suspicious than if you kept your clothes on. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But he's from New England. Gotta support the New Englanders on there. He was very funny. When they were talking about cosplay, that whole scene, when he said what he said, I laughed very loudly at that. So you have to see that episode if you want to see that. Anyways, so he's number 6. I dropped my pen, so I don't want to have to Oh, it's just right here. Okay, number 5, I'm going to do this again. I keep saying I'm going to do this quickly. Number 5, I have Christmas. I have Christmas at number 5. Going into it, everyone is hyped about her. Then it kind of fell because everyone was worried that, she might go a little too hardcore. I still like Christmas. I wasn't as much on the Christmas train as I can't talk. Christmas train. That's actually kind of funny thinking about it. Anyways, I'm sure she hates it when everyone makes all those jokes about her. The announcer guy's going to have a fun time with that. I'm at 5 because she seemed a little more catty than when in her interviews. Like, she seemed like a little bit above that, but when she was doing the whole eye-rolling thing and the sassy thing in the diary room, she also actually seems kind of strategic because she was like, let's do it on a vote. And she must have knew something was happening, and she said she kind of wants to see where she stands in the House, and I thought that was really smart. I thought the vote was actually really interesting. This is a little irrelevant from my list, but the fact that the kind of like the oddballs and then like that kind of group voted for Cameron. Out of those 3, I was hoping Cameron would go. I did like Cameron. He was in my top, I would say top 5 list going in. So it was kind of sad to see him go, but just because I felt like there was more, that there was going to be more from a Christmas or from a Jillian, and I had a bad feeling that Cameron would kind of team up with the bros. So I didn't place Cameron because he's already out. Number 4, I have Elena. I loved Elena going into the season. I would say Elena was probably my top 2. I think maybe Elena was number 1 for me because she said she was like loud and abrasive, and that's what I love. I love seeing that drama. She's at number 4 right now. I loved when she did the whole cheese sandwich thing with Paul. I thought that was really funny. I think she's going to be really good at kind of being with her social game, and I think she's going to be able to position herself well, that she's not going to be in the nerd herd, but she's not going to be, well, with the bros necessarily. So not really sure where I see Elena, but I have a feeling she's going to get, I have a good feeling she's going to get to jury. Before I was like, she probably, it's going to be a little difficult with her personality to get to jury, but I have a good feeling she will get to jury. But you never know, things might change. We'll have to see tonight. I'll kind of talk about some reactions later on then too. Number 3, I have Ramses. So I think Ramses is probably 2 or 3 going into it, or 2 to 4, I would say. And going into it, he was just very hyper and exuberant. I don't know if hopefully it wears off later on. But he was kind of in there, and he was like, you look like a super fan. I'm a super fan. I don't really know if I would have approached it like that. But again, he was, it's different when you're in the game. But I do still have high hopes for him. I have him at 3. I always, I hope he's going to be, I think he's going to try to over-strategize, and that's going to be the death of him. He's going to get out pre-jury, I have a feeling, which is kind of sad. He just has a pre-jury vibe about him. But who knows? Maybe he'll get a jury buyback, because I have a feeling they're going to do that. Number 2, I have Alex. So going in, I probably had Alex around like 10-ish. I wasn't that high on Alex, but after tonight's episode, I am team Alex all the way. I love Alex. She just seems very, I don't know, I really like her personality. It's time for an Asian to win this game. Asian persuasion, hello. I'm just all about that. And I really like the group she's in, and I feel like if they were to go after that group, she wouldn't be the first person to go after. They'd go after, like, the Ramses, or they'd go after, like, the Jillian, I feel like. So I think she has a pretty good chance at, not necessarily maybe winning, but making it a pretty decent way far. I hope she proves me wrong. I don't think she has a really good chance at winning, but who knows? Who knows? I'm in love with this cast. I'm lost for words. And number 1, I had this person probably at about 5, but now they're my number 1, purely just based on a couple moments this season. I just was in love with it. It's Dominique. So Dominique reminds me of like a more strategic Jocasta. Jocasta was kind of a floater, but I loved her when she was going in, Dominique, because I loved it, first of all, when she voted, and she's like, I don't know who to vote for, but I got Jesus on my side, or Jesus is guiding me, something like that. I started laughing almost as much as I started laughing when Kevin made his cosplay comment. So anyways, that's really funny. And I thought it was smart when she came in and she said that she was not a nuclear engineer. When she said motivational speaker, though, I was like, I don't know if I would have said I was a motivational speaker, but I don't know. Maybe she can deal with that. But she does work for the government, and I think that's really cool as well. I think it's good how she was able to get a friendship bracelet. I think she's going to be positioned decently well, at least these first couple of weeks. I see her kind of in a position like Elena. I feel like she could go kind of on any side, but I don't see her working with the bros, but I do really love Dominique. I think I might even like her more than Davon, because she seems a little more less rehearsed than Davon. I don't know. I love Davon in the diary room, but sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes Davon, I got a little too much of her, or I was like, seriously, but with Dominique, I'm hoping I don't have like a seriously moment when it comes to at least strategy. And this video is 20 minutes, so that means I am not going to be putting in my little reaction clips because that's going to be too long. I'm not going to be able to edit it, so I might upload those separately, or I might not. I might just put them on Instagram. Who knows? But anyways, that is kind of my reaction so far with the cast. I'm pretty much in love with this cast this season. I don't think I've seen a premiere episode like this before. I liked a cast like this ever before. It's just, I really like it. I like how they casted kind of different people this season. They still casted like the bros and the hot chicks and stuff like that. But I am very happy about the people I have kind of in the top tiers on my list right now. And I really think there's even potential for people who maybe aren't in that top tier. But anyways, the Den of Temptations, it's kind of like, I don't know. I really like the house. And I do kind of like the whole Temptations thing, even though not all of it really is a decision or a temptation. But I really like the theme of it. I like the house, how they change it up. The kitchen is smaller. Not really sure how I feel about that. But I love it with the apples. Some people think it's weird. I think it's really funny in the snakes. And then I love the wall where it says like power, alliance, money, lust, all that type of stuff. So yeah, so that's basically my reactions. Again, not sure how I'm feeling about Paul coming back in. I'm not really feeling it that much. I feel like he's gonna get the pendant because all the casual viewers are gonna vote for him. I feel actually the casual viewers did like Nicole though. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I did post some stuff, or like my couponing stuff earlier, so check that out. I'm going to probably do matchups later on. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you watch Big Brother. Let me know if you want me to talk more about Big Brother. Let me know if you want me to upload kind of those little reaction clips. It's not that long. It's not. It's just me like, oh, ooh, 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 and me during the commercial break with the TV very loud in the dark. It's basically black, and I'm like, but you know, I'm still kind of very excited. Okay, is it better with the light on? I don't really know. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one, the New England Coupon Character. Bye-bye.